All right, IndyCar Garage fans, we are back and talking to rookie Pippa Man of Conquest Racing. And Pippa, last time we talked to you, we were down in a sunny day at St. Pete, but you're probably in much better spirits now because you have a Indy 500 ride with Conquest Racing. Talk a little bit about what your experience at Conquest has been like and how this all kind of came to fruition.
Well, I was in much better spirits a few days ago when the sun was shining here. And what's with that? Hello, St. Pete weather? We need you here. This is like our third day of rain in force. So I've actually been a bit grumpy today, to be honest with you. It's been really great. I've actually been with Conquest Racing as kind of a semi-team member since I did a test with them back in Texas.
Right.
However, in St. Pete, as all of you know, we still didn't have this together. Eric was working, I was still working. We were just trying to do everything to make this deal happen. It didn't happen in Barber. In Long Beach, I was sitting at home when the entry list came out, and that was horrible. So I saw the number 36 on the entry list, and of course there's no driver, and I know that it might be me, but I still had to wait for the boss to make the decision, and I saw how long the entry list was. I mean, 42 cars? You've got to be kidding me. And I thought, oh no, the boss is going to look at this and say, but Monday morning when they got back from Long Beach, I got the phone call and went in, signed some paperwork, and then on Tuesday we were able to tell the world that I was going to be here and I was going to be doing this and attempting to stick it in the show this weekend.
Very good. And what are your first impressions of Indianapolis Motor Speedway? You did a very good job in rookie orientation, and the laps you've been able to get out on the track, things seem to be going well. What are your impressions?
Yeah, things aren't going too bad at all. We had a great time in ROP. We got through that very, very easy. And actually the first test day when we did 20 laps was quite good as well. We picked up a really small handling niggle in the car that we're just trying to fix. And we kind of chased our tails a little bit on the last test day we had. That was fairly frustrating, but we think we've got that problem all nailed down now. But I haven't had the chance to find out, so like my feet are itching, I'm getting like, let me out in the car. We think things are going relatively well, but you know, obviously I'm a rookie here, the weather's spoiling my fun, so I'm a little bit anxious. I'm just kind of hoping we get to do some real running tomorrow, Friday, and then it'll be the weekend, go time.
And that'll probably be one of the most exciting days, qualification weekend, until you get to race day. You'll be introduced to double file restarts. Now, several drivers have an opinion on this, one way or the other. What are your thoughts on double file restarts on an oval at the biggest event on the IndyCar schedule?
Well, you know, the big thing is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is completely unique from most of the other ovals we race on. It's pretty much a single groove racetrack when it really gets going. There's at best 1.5 grooves out there most of the time. So to do double file restarts around here could be really tricky. However, you're kind of asking the wrong person. Not only am I a rookie, I haven't even attempted to do one of these yet. It's one thing in a lights car where this is a double groove racetrack, but in an Indy car, I mean, I'm just the wrong person to ask. I will do whatever I'm told to do, but at the moment, that's right at the bottom of my list. Top of my list is this coming weekend. Kind of anything for the race at the moment with all this bad weather just keeps getting shuffled back. Qualifying keeps getting shuffled forwards.
And you mentioned this weekend, you have the benefit of having a teammate that raced at Indy last year. Talk a little bit about how your strategy is going into this weekend, getting the car safely in the show, but also being able to use your teammates' feedback along with more engineering staff as well.
Well, actually, that's a really interesting question. The thing that people seem to be forgetting is that last year was Sebastian's first year here. And that's his only experience of Indy other than in an Indy Lights car. He's a rookie in the Eyes on IndyCar series this year. He doesn't have much more experience out there than I do, so we don't have a seasoned veteran in the team to guide us. We're basically two rookies. We have some great engineering stuff, but you know, just two rookies going out there trying to figure it out for ourselves and get the job done. And the other thing that's interesting to point out is we're a small team. I mean, we have great staff on board, but Dragon Racing, for example, they've teamed up with Sam Schmidt, so they've got a really big support network in the background for their two rookie drivers. And I think that's been really missed and really overlooked, you know. So we're just working really, really hard, and I keep mentioning it, but I keep looking outside over your shoulder. We just want to get back on track and keep working through our program.
Off topic here, if Pippa is not in a race car or not at the racetrack, she wants to be in one, but your hobbies, or what could we find you doing off the track?
Watching the races. No, seriously, when I'm at home and I don't get to go to the racetrack for a weekend, I'm always watching the IndyCar races on TV. I'm a big F1 fan. I actually got to do the in-studio part for the British broadcast of the Brazilian race. That was fairly cool, and I did that for the Japan IndyCar race last year too. So I tend to do that. I like spending time with my friends, just sitting in restaurants, getting some nice food, just kind of having some quieter time, hanging out, I guess you'd call it in America. Like going to movies, and most of my time I spend in a gym training, which is not up there on my list of favorite activities, I have to admit, but it's kind of a necessity when you're doing this for a job.
And besides the Indianapolis 500, could we possibly see you in more races for Conquest this year? I mean, fingers crossed, or what? Do we have a plan for that? Maybe more ovals later in the year?
I really hope so. I really hope so. That's kind of the plan. I want to get in. I want to do some more races. We just have to work really hard to try and put together some more funding. I mean, that's the big thing that's holding this back at the moment.
Right.
It's the lack of somebody really stepping up to come on board. We've had notice, they've been great, but we really need somebody else to pick it up, step on board, and come join us. I'd love to do a few more races this year. The ideal for me would be to do another 2 to 3 races towards the end of the year, get a bit of momentum going into 2012, find somebody who really wants to partner with me and stick around through 2012. I think we could have a great time. I'm not always this grumpy, it's just the weather.
Well, you don't seem grumpy. You seem very optimistic and a smile on your face. Pippa Man, IndyCar Garage, wishing you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.